Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Leandro. Leandro, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So let us know where you live and what you do.
So I'm from Switzerland. I'm 20 years old and I'm currently running a CRO agency, but we're more specific on the subscription side of brands. So we're helping subscription DTC brands in the US to optimize their stores, their subscription model, and make more profit and money over time. So,
All right.
yeah.
So can you guide us a little bit more about it? Like how you can improve the revenue or the profit margins by improving these models?
Yeah, sure. So it's basically like CRO as we know it. We go through the customer behavior, we go through all the entire data analytics, we do the surveys, we do everything we need to know more about the customer and the current state of the brand. But we also have to go dig deeper into the unit economics of the brand itself, the founders, the team, because we're really bringing an experimentation culture here and trying to make everything more sustainable in the long term, more profitable, and more enjoyable down the line. So yeah, that's what we really focus on because it's often hard to convince someone to change their mind about something when they have biases. And so one of our jobs is not only to provide changes on the store, but also within the brand itself. So we can create a culture of growth and change. So yeah, that's one of the main principal things I can talk about.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, are you providing the consultation as well, or you are just offering your services? Okay, we will just fix these things for you. We will improve your models. We will improve your growth. But if let's say if there is a company that is already doing good, but they want to increase their revenue. Everybody wants to increase their revenue and the profit margins, but let's say if that company already have an in-house team but they are not getting any direction, so in this case sometimes they are looking for some consultancy and the advice. So do you provide all these things as well?
Yeah, of course. That's what we also can do because I have many benchmarks going on, many comparison with other brands that we worked with, and just our personal knowledge. We can always bring a new perspective into the team. And maybe like 20% of our job is really exchanging with the team and providing new perspectives. And even if they're stuck or slowed down, it doesn't mean that they're not growing. It's just a phase where we can build a backlog of mistakes or things that are not working for the brand. But we really want to go further on the positive side and build that over time. So whether it's just like all in one or just helping out, we really have the tools for it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So to understand more about your clientele, can you guide me who are eligible to work with you? Is there any restriction with the revenue, or if there is any restriction that if someone can do a backflip, then they can work with us?
So we can always optimize a brand from whatever standpoint. We can always optimize it. It also relies on data accuracy and the entire situation of the business. So for us, it's way better to work with brands that are over at least 150,000 visitors per month, just because we have more sample to work with. And it's easier for us to bring the truth onto the table and experiment and test. I could put the margin higher. It's just that at this point for us, it's really important to work with those brands because this is where we can help them the most. And we can also work with under, but in this case, we have lower services that we can implement and maybe focus more on the research or on more on the traditional marketing side to bring them to the next phase. Of course, we can work on the economics of both because we still need to manage that. We can make everything from the shipments to the customer experience better. So they have different components, but they work basically the same. So it's just a phase of unlocking things.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Leo, this is more like for the B2C companies, I believe. Do you work with the B2B as well? Because in the industry, there are a lot of B2B businesses as well who are, again, in the e-commerce, still using the e-commerce. They are in the business of B2B, and their challenges are a bit complex, but probably of completely different nature. So do you address them?
So right now, our sole focus is D2C brands in the US doing subscription.
Makes sense.
My favorites are health supplements, but anyone that has a subscription, we can help. Now, with the vision down the line, which I'm not focusing on, our experience will bring this experimentation culture for many other types of niches. So down the line, once we were able to grow this way and have enough resources to serve everybody, I'm thinking about going further on my services. But right now, it's my sole focus because I want to make the service and the products and everything we're developing very good. And it doesn't work to just go too wide. So I narrowed, and that's what I do right now, basically.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, as for your own business, I like everybody do the business everybody do the marketing for their business, and marketing do have like different types: online marketing, offline marketing, mix and match, sort of all these things. Nowadays, digital marketing is on its peak. So I want to understand, do you do the marketing of your own business as well? Obviously, you're helping your clients in multiple ways, but do you run some marketing campaigns, utilize the marketing channels online and offline
For my own growth,
for your own growth?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. So we have our X profiles that are going to start rolling. We're building our systems. Then we're thinking about YouTube and creating a content engine around that. But I was very bullish on the fact that you need to create results and expertise before sharing it, because otherwise your perspective just goes in many wrong ways. And that's what I've been experiencing for the past years. So right now it's just one focus at a time. And once we're able to unlock the next one, we're going to unlock it completely and go all in. And so I've started already to promote my services expertise on X. And I already have some people writing to me, but of course I need to wait a bit and keep growing because it's not as famous as other people. But yeah, it takes time. We are doing that. We also have the possibility to do ads. I would say right now our main strength is our personal network. I was a brand owner before, and I've unlocked many contacts within the e-commerce industry. So that's helping us a lot.
Yeah, makes sense. In fact, X was an untapped market for me a few years back, and when I tapped X, like there were uncertain results. I wasn't expecting those results on X. Like I'm not sure how much people are using X for their marketing purposes and for their reach purposes, but yeah, X is delivering pretty good results. Awesome. So, Leah, in terms of your obviously for the growth, your growth is always connected with your goals. So what are your goals for the next 4 to 6 months?
Yeah, so our goals for the next 4 to 6 months
Yes.
are improving our systems to a point that we can nearly, automate them with our with our brain and just our tools. Because right now I put a lot of efforts of, implementing a lot of new techniques and increasing my knowledge about how to improve all of this. But down the line, I really want to build kind of a system that works by itself, where we can plug and play, check if everything works well, hire more people to coordinate the task. And of course, AI is a big point. So I've seen a lot now the discussion around agency and SaaS being a one. And so that's a direction that we might take, that we still need to think about. But building our own priority tools with AI, offering them to our clients as an agency, and working this way. I'm really focused now on the product and systems rather than anything else. So yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Leo, where do you see your company after a couple of years?
So in a couple of years, I would say to the first 5 and then the next 10, I really imagine being an authority in the sphere that we're serving. So we want to educate people on the experimentation side, because I'm a young guy, I'm 20, and all the founders that are around my age, I haven't had the time to learn that, because it's a very complicated skill. So that's the education I want to bring to the new companies emerging and bringing that experimentation culture. So being an authority on that side. But aside, we want to serve all our systems to them. So it's the side of being kind of an authority in this sector, but also having the best tools, services, and system that we can provide. And on the long term, 10 years, it's a bit too far for me to think about it. I have more personal goals on that side. But with all the technology investments, it will probably shift into a software.
Makes sense. Yeah, completely makes sense. Awesome. So, Leo, in the industry, every day there is a new challenge especially for the entrepreneurs, and many companies just burn out because of the challenges as well. So, but this is a part of your life, a part of the business as well, in fact. So, can you share one challenge that you have ever faced, and if you can let us know how you were able to cope up, this will be a plus.
Yeah. So, are you looking for a challenge within the company or my personal growth as a
Within the
founder?
company? Yeah, within the company.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the biggest challenges, and many people in my space can relate, is convincing to implement the change. So people pay us for our expertise, and they want to trust us and work with them and make them more money. But sometimes some changes are just too much for some founders or teams. And that's where the entire experimentation culture comes in, where we have to convince them that the changes that we're doing would rather be a positive changes. So yeah, that's maybe one of the biggest challenges that we're facing. But it's not happening often, of course. It's us being bolder on our decisions and hypotheses and trying to make great changes for a company where a founder really loves his product and wants to go slowly or in his own way.
Yes, in fact, change, pivot, and challenge, not challenges, but yeah, especially the change and the pivot, these are somehow the scary words for the entrepreneurs. But I believe in the next generation, these things will not be there because they are pretty much risk lovers and not and not change resistant. So hopefully these things will be covered soon. All right. So yeah, you shared a pretty good challenge, and I believe many companies face these challenges, and many companies are avoiding to face this challenge. But this challenge is a good to have challenge, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I was talking about the pivot and the change. Pivot and change are a little bit scary words for the entrepreneurs, but obviously this is a good thing to have. These are not a bad challenges. On the other hand, for the success, to measure the success, there are a lot of parameters to measure the success, right? Every company wants success, everybody wants success. You want success for you want success for your company as well, right? And in these cases, everybody measure the success in different way. So I want to understand how you measure the success for your company. Obviously, the easiest way is to see the revenue, right? If the revenue is increasing, so maybe you can say if I'm earning 1 million in 1 month, this will be a success. But obviously, this is an easier part. Do you have some other parameters as well to measure the success other than revenue?
Yeah. So it's actually interesting you're mentioning this because as I was learning younger, the conversion rate optimization world and e-commerce, one major part is choosing your metrics for growth. Everybody may have different metrics, but you have to choose them and stick to them on the long term. Never change them. Ideally, sometimes you can change them. And second would be really to just, so I'm going straight to the point. Our metrics is the efficiency of our systems, the happiness of our clients. So how happy are they with the implementation and results? And of course, the financial returns. That's everything that counts for us. And I would add another one, but I'm not in the position to say it much now, but it's the happiness of our team. So I don't have a huge team at the moment, but the more it will grow, I really want everyone to be on the happiness, most happy part they could be. So that's 4 things that I'm measuring a lot, just because I think it's what drives growth. It's the efficiency of what you do. How happy are your clients? How happy is your team? And are you actually generating revenue for your clients? I don't see anything more important than that.
Makes sense. Awesome. Leo, it was really nice talking to you. Please, at the end, give us the biggest piece of advice for our audience. Our audience is, again, the entrepreneurs who are already in the market and the ones who are planning to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So I said it before, I'm 20 years old. My entrepreneur journey I'm very early in my career of it. I've been in e-com, and what I've learned the most is detaching from the chase and just focusing on making your things better. So your product, your service, whatever. If you do that, people will be happy and everything you wish for will come to you. But if you wish for something too much, it will just go away because you won't focus on the right thing. So my peak learning at the moment is really just heads down on what you're building. Don't think about anything else. Take care of yourself, your health. You can do it, but don't think about anything else. And just do that, and everything will come. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, and that's a big advice I have for everybody. Even with my early career, whatever, like if you choose something, do it fully, and don't expect anything except making this thing good. So yeah.
Awesome. Well said. And this is the great advice to stay focused in the business. Focus is one of the biggest thing, and many entrepreneurs lack this thing, and at the end they face the bad circumstances. Awesome. Well, Leo, please let your audience know how they can reach you. You can share your website, social media handles, whatever you want to share.
So I'll share my main growth channel at the moment that I want to push. So Leandro_AMHQ. So that's where you can find me on X. This is where I will post everything I know about my service, my business, and my personal life. and this is where you can reach out to me. And from there, just let's see how it goes.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Leo, I'm really
Cool.
excited that you are on the entrepreneurial journey at the very good time. Like, be an entrepreneur at 20. This is one of the very good things because after 10 years, you will have no comparison. Awesome. Well, Leo, thanks for joining us. I'm happy
Thanks to
that
you.
you are doing well, and I wish you best of luck.
Thank you. Take care. Appreciate that a lot, and have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.